Hi, PerspectiveWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Thursday, March 5th. A dry, chilly morning here in the Middle Atlantic region as we begin the day. It looks like high pressure remains in control right through today. Plenty of sunshine, but a bit cooler than yesterday. Clouds will increase overnight tonight, and then Friday and Friday night look to be quite unsettled in the Middle Atlantic region and the Northeast U.S. We have two systems that will have an impact on the region tomorrow and tomorrow night. One is a northern stream system that will be dropping southeastward across the Great Lakes over the next 24 hours or so, and a southern storm that is continuing to produce some heavy rainfall down across the southern states will push well off the eastern seaboard by later tomorrow, but an inverted trough will actually extend from its low pressure center well off the coast to the mid-Atlantic coastline, and that too can help to contribute to the instability expected on Friday and Friday night. Temperatures at the surface will be well above freezing, but there will be a cold air in the upper part of the atmosphere, and in fact increasingly cold air in the upper part of the atmosphere. So what falls initially as rain tomorrow afternoon could change to rain and snow, or all snow in parts of the Mid-Atlantic region on Friday night, and there are even some possibilities of small grassy accumulations in some spots, especially higher elevation regions of the northern and western suburbs of the big cities. Far northern suburbs of D.C. and the northern and western suburbs of Philly, for example, could see some small grassy accumulations late tomorrow and more likely tomorrow night. Here's the latest radar map. Clearly there are two systems that are dominating the scene here. First of all, up in the colder air, the blues representing snow here. Here's the northern stream system, what I've been calling a clipper, dropping southeastward from south central Canada, now over the Great Lakes, and tomorrow it'll move into the Mid-Atlantic region and the Northeast U.S. Continuation of some heavy rains down across the southeastern part of the nation today, even the threat for some severe weather, especially southern Georgia, northern Florida, for example. This continues to move basically from the southwest to the northeast. That low pressure center will actually push off the eastern seaboard, but again, it'll continue to intensify on Friday, so even though it'll be in a position well off the east coast, it'll have some kind of an impact in the Mid-Atlantic region as an inverted trough, sometimes called a Norland trough, will extend from the low pressure center northwest into the Mid-Atlantic region. Well, let's take a look at the 00Z run of the operational GFS model. First, we'll look at 500 millibar level of the vorticity maxes. These are the areas of spin in the upper part of the atmosphere that help to form surface low pressure systems. As we saw with the radar, really two areas of interest here. One, a northern stream system here now with upper level energy situated over Minnesota. That'll continue to drive to the south and east over the next 24 hours. And this will dig right down into the Mid-Atlantic region during the day on Friday and have an impact on the region both Friday afternoon and Friday night. Meanwhile, down in the south, this wave of energy is the one that started off the Southern California coastline, went across northern Mexico into Texas, and continues to pound the region with some significant rainfall and again a possibility of some severe weather, places like Georgia, northern Florida over the next 6 to 12 hours or so. This continues to move to the northeast to a position well off the coastline by later tomorrow. But even being that far off the coast, the low pressure area will have some kind of an impact in the Mid-Atlantic region. We'll take a look in a moment here at the isobar pattern, the pressure pattern, because you could actually see this inverted trough that will develop once the storm intensifies off the coast on Friday, and that inverted trough will extend all the way back into the Mid-Atlantic region. Well, let's indeed push forward here and watch the movement of these systems. And here comes that clipper. This is now by Friday morning. It kind of digs to the south and east. That southern storm system kind of dampens out a little bit, but the surface low pressure area will not only remain rather strong, it'll actually intensify a little bit during the day on Friday, moving to a position well off the coast. And then they kind of coalesce together, phase together at some point by late tomorrow. And here we are by tomorrow night. Kind of a pretty impressive looking upper level low pressure system sitting over the northeastern part of the nation. That pulls on out of here by Saturday. Saturday itself, a breezy, a chilly day. with plenty of sunshine. And then notice this ridge popping up here in the middle part of the country over the upcoming weekend. That'll result in a warm-up beginning here in the Mid-Atlantic region in earnest on Sunday, and it really intensifies on Monday. Let me just warn right now, Monday will be a spring fever alert type of day in the Mid-Atlantic region, in the D.C., Philadelphia, New York City region. If you're planning to take a day off anytime soon, Monday might be the perfect day. Plenty of sunshine and high temperatures, probably well up in the 60s on Monday afternoon. Well, now let's push forward with the surface forecast maps from the Zero-Z GFS model run. Again, continuation of rain down across the southern U.S. And here's that northern system causing some snow across the northern plains. Now let's move forward here. The southern system, first of all, continues to move west to east and moves to a position well off the east coast over the western Atlantic at this particular time. But it remains quite strong, and indeed you'll start to see kind of a development here of an inverted trough. Meanwhile, that northern system dropping, dropping southeastward across the Great Lakes into the Mid-Atlantic region as we begin the day on Friday. Now, initially, it'll be probably too warm for any snowflakes to mix in the I-95 corridor region. Most likely rain showers during the afternoon on Friday. But then as that colder air kind of gets absorbed into the overall system, there could be an increasing chance for some snowflakes mixing in, especially to the north and west of the big cities. And notice here again, the black lines represent lines of equal pressure, and here kind of an inverted trough extending from the low pressure center off to the north and west. And we go a little farther in time here by Friday night. Let's just kind of draw this inverted trough right here. Here's the low pressure area. Again, it intensifies. That's one of the key factors here. It really intensifies during the day on Friday. This is the Friday evening forecast map. And notice kind of a trough and extending to the north and west of this low pressure system. Call that an inverted trough. Sometimes it's referred to as a Norlun, N-O-R-L-U-N trough here, and it can extend precipitation well to the north and west of a low pressure system. Now keep in mind, we'll have an upper level wave of energy from that northern stream system sitting right on top of the region here. So let's go back and get rid of this and watch what happens here. I see a narrow band extending well to the north and west of that low pressure center, and as the evening hours roll on, this actually drives to the south and southwest here, and it could produce small grassy accumulations of snow tomorrow night, especially in those higher elevation northern and western suburbs of Philadelphia, for example, and maybe the far northern suburbs of D.C. There can be some snow shower activity tomorrow night as that trough, the inverted trough, actually moves through from the northeast to the southwest late tomorrow night. And then that all pulls out of here. Saturday, no doubt a chilly day, highs confined to the 40s, a breeze, a noticeable breeze. But then by Sunday, this high pressure system will sit right on top of the region. A warming trend will begin, and as we have seen many times this winter, the cold air doesn't stick around for long. And look at this broad southwesterly flow of air on Sunday from the south central U.S. all the way into the Great Lakes. That translates to the eastern seaboard on Monday morning. Here we go. That warm-up really intensifies on Monday, and Monday itself looks like a real spring fever alert type of day in the Mid-Atlantic region with plenty of sunshine and high temperatures well up in the 60s. So that's it for now. For PerspectiveWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.